Great morning, great Thursday morning. I am Vicky, and I just want to come briefly, just to encourage someone on this Thursday morning. God is truly good in spite of what we're facing this morning, going through in our life. So I have been talking about, just being encouraged in new beginnings. It's good to start over, and starting over, sometimes can be difficult, but starting over sometimes can really enhance our life. And sometimes we don't understand why we are starting over, but God won't put no more on us than we can bear. If God would let us know why He is doing this and He is doing that, then we really wouldn't need Him. But to keep trusting in Him and leaning on His understanding and not ours, it is so important, and especially in this time that we're living in, the hour that we are in. It's very important to not to lose focus. It's very important to just stay with God. So many people are turning away from the love of faith. Everything that we do is a faith walk. So on my journey, I had to start over, and I was like, I didn't understand why I had to start over, and I'm like, God, why is this happening to me? Nothing turning out right as I planned it. But God was like, okay, I'm going to test your faith. I am going to test your faith. So I was like, okay. So I got to be like Job. Even though he stripped me and everything around me, he taken everything. And I'm like, oh God, I'm just like Job. I'm down to nothing. But see, sometimes when we think we are down to nothing, then God is up to something. It's to bring us up in due season, but it's also to trust Him in the process. In the process of losing everything, in the process of our health failing, in the process of our finances are just gone. It's just gone. In the process of losing family members, friends, in the process of just living life, When we're down to nothing, God is up to something. And that remind me when I first lost everything in my life. I got so close to God. And I say, God, I don't understand what you're doing in this hour. I don't understand what you're doing in my life. But whatever you're doing in my life, I will trust you. And see, that's what God wants us to do, is to trust Him. When we have to start over and we don't feel like starting over, we don't understand why we have to start over. We don't understand why it's so difficult for us to go through trials that we don't even want to go through the storm that we don't even want to face or see. We don't want to lose friends, families. We don't want to lose anything. We don't want our finance to start delinquishing. We don't want anything in our life to, come down to nothing. But in this season, God is saying, can you trust Him? When you're down to nothing and you don't have any friends or anyone to call on, when you're down to nothing and you're sick in your body and you can't get up, when you're down to nothing, with nothing in your cabinets, no food, nothing in your refrigerator, can you trust Him? God is saying, when you're down to nothing and your bank account say zero or negative zero, Can you trust him this morning? When you have lost your job, you went into the job and you went on to the work site and you found out that they no longer need you. They have replaced you with somebody else, and you can't understand why that they replaced you. What did you do wrong? And you thought you was doing everything right, but yet and still they let you go and you've been replaced. Can you trust him this morning? Can you trust him when you don't have no food, no gas, no money, no job, no roof over your head, and you don't know where to go? Can you trust him? And the reason why I'm saying this morning, is because everything that I have mentioned, I have experienced that. Some point in my life, sometime in my life, I have experienced that. And I'm glad, I'm like Paul, I was glad that I was afflicted. It might have been David said that. But anyway, one of them said it, that they was glad that they was afflicted, because when we're afflicted, we really have to totally trust in God, and we can't do it ourselves. Because if it's not God in the midst of everything that we try to do or attempt to do, then we will fail. See, sometimes we think we know it all. We think we can do everything. We think that, okay, I can do this. But God said, acknowledge him in all of our ways, and he will direct our path. So are we acknowledging God in all our ways in everything that we do? He said, all of our ways acknowledge him. All of our ways acknowledge him. All of our ways acknowledge him. And he will, God will, Jesus will direct our path. But when we try to walk in our own ways, that's when we fail. So starting over is a good thing. It gives us strength. It gives us peace. It gives us serenity. It draws us closer to God. And it lets us know that we can't do anything on our own. We totally have to trust God in everything. So I hope this helps someone this morning. I pray my strength in the Lord, and I pray your strength, that you be blessed and have peace. Have peace. So many of us don't have peace, and we're looking for peace. We want that peace. We're trying to find that peace, and all that peace is in God. And he will give us understanding in everything. Hope this helped. Y'all have a blessed Thursday. And I will see you soon. And if you haven't looked at Noah's videos, please go back, and I encourage you, give us a thumb up on our videos, and make sure you follow us. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.